this because people that have good credit and that have borrowed money and paid it back should be punished so that dirtbags and derelicts can get more. That seems fair.
All right.
Homebuyers with good credit scores will soon be facing higher mortgage fees as the Biden administration seeks to close the racial homeownership gap and get more first-time and low-income buyers through the door. A new federal rule could raise the monthly mortgage payments of buyers with good credit scores. Why make it about race? It's always about race. It's never not about race. It's always about, well, we have to close the racial homeownership gap. Okay, but if you give people houses they can't afford, remember when you did that? We did that. That was the subprime mortgage. And why do you think we did that? The Community Reinvestment Act, it was the same thing. We want to close the gap. And no one closes the gap in an effective way. They just give sham mortgages to people and disguise the mortgages so that people think they can afford them up until they can't.
But
in the short term, this may increase homeownership among the targeted group, but I'm afraid it could decrease homeownership among the middle class. Jerry Howard said. You see, this is all things that we're trying to do here. I think it's good, ideally, to obviously you want more people to own houses. But I don't know if fucking over people that have paid their bills is the right way to do it. That seems odd. That seems like a strange way to do it.
All right, let's go here.
I don't know. So they're gonna charge certain people less so that they could get them into houses. And here's the deal. I think that there's deeper structural problems with why Black and Hispanic people don't have the type of down payments, and you should try to address those. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have programs for them as first-time home buyers, but this is exactly why we had a subprime mortgage crisis, because Wall Street, which has no morality, was like, great, because all they needed was the directive. They were like, get more people into homes. Wall Street's like, great, good, done. And then they were like, how about this negative amortization loan? You pay your mortgage, but it gets bigger. How about this? Pick a payment loan. There's 4 options for you to pay. How about a 2% loan that balloons to 8%? Like, all of these products that Wall Street came up with were supposedly cloaked again in altruism, let's do the right thing. So I'm not against this in theory, but you got to realize in practice, it did destroy the economy once in 2008. It was literally the impetus. We're doing the same thing. We're going, but it's like, it would be like today if somebody said, I think we should research diseases in China. Let's put a lab in China where we weaponize, imagine there was a disease, like a respiratory illness, but it was really bad. Let's put a lab in China and let's experiment on, bats or other things. Let's manipulate the viruses to see how bad they can really get. And let's hope nothing gets out. That's literally what this is. That's like suggesting a coronavirus research program today. That's really what it comes down to. These are the things that fucked everybody up. And the real estate market right now is kind of bottoming a little bit. It's kind of jumping back.
Squeeze.
Now, that doesn't mean that there isn't some more blood in the water. The effort to get more low-income Americans and Americans of color into home ownership is essentially being subsidized by borrowers who have better credit scores and can contribute to their down payment. Yeah, if you worked hard and you saved money for a home and you could pay the loan back, the fact that you have to pay more money for your house is ludicrous. It penalizes Americans for having good credit. I mean, unless there's something about this I don't understand, which is always possible. I'm reacting to these things in real time. I don't understand. Also, when all these people are in the houses and then they look at the price of fuel,
that would be an exchange,
and the price of food, and the price of putting gas in their car, and the price of everything else, then what happens? What about energy costs? What about all that stuff? What is it? We just get them in the house and then go, enjoy. Shit. What about all the other stuff they're not going to be able to pay for? I think then they'll probably go, okay, well, then we're going to do those things too. Listen, not everybody needs to own a house. Obviously, more minorities should own houses. I agree with that, principled, of course. But not everybody's ready to own a house. That's the reality. Well, you own a bunch of houses. Why would you? Yeah, but only till I was ready. I had a house that I lost because I wasn't ready. because I wasn't ready, and I took a mortgage I shouldn't have taken. So I know how this goes. You could have given me. Here's the deal: people don't realize that you can give people money off and make it easier for them. They still might not be ready to own a house. It's a case by case basis. You can't just throw a house